All right, YouTube, how are we doing today? We back with another YouTube video. Some McDonald's desserts. That's right, we got a bunch of desserts from McDonald's McCafe. So what this means is you're not going to be able to find these desserts at a lot of McDonald's. The one next to me actually does not have these cakes. I actually had to go to a different McDonald's to actually pick them up to try them for you guys. So definitely make sure to give me a like and a subscribe for all that effort. But anyways, this is a nice cute little box that you get the cakes in. It's nice and big, and this is where you get the cakes. And so here we have 3 cakes to try for you guys. You can see them 1, 2, and 3. And so we have a Teashe phone cake. We have a marshmallow cream tart, and then we have a chocolate tart. So we're gonna start with the Teashe phone cake, as that's the bigger variation of the 3. So let's go put these ones down. So you can see the cake, very nice, very big compared to, like, you see, remember the Oreo cakes that we tried last time? Yeah, this is definitely a lot bigger than that, and around the same price too. We got a nice little sweet smell on it, and so apparently this uses fragrant Earl Grey tea leaves, a softly finished sponge dough, and whipped cream that melts into the mouth or combines. So let's see how delicious this is. All right, so that took a little bit long to get that fork out. Let's try this cake. So let's remove the wrapper, the plastic wrapper, and get a nice good look at it. How do I remove this thing? Okay. All right, so we got the wrapper removed, so you can see the cake in all its glory. It definitely looks very spongy, and you definitely see a lot of that cream. So we're gonna see how this tastes, chat. Let's see how this. Ooh, okay. So sponge cake is a little bit tough to pierce through with the fork. Nice. Oh wow. All right, chat. So this cake, pretty good. I like it. It's definitely something I haven't tried before, because as soon as you get some of this custard or icing, whatever it is, you get a nice taste of tea. I've never had that in a cake, and it actually tastes like tea. Like if you close your eyes and you dip the whipped cream, you can almost imagine yourself just drinking a little bit of tea. Obviously it is a little weird for me. I guess, you know, it's not that rare to have tea with a cake. Maybe in the UK, I don't fucking know what they eat over there. Go save the queen. No, that so far it's pretty good. I wish the sponge cake was a little bit more spongy and a little bit lighter. It's a little bit hard, as you can tell from it being a little bit hard to pierce through with just the fork itself. And so I wish the sponge was a little bit more spongy, a little bit easier to pierce through. But aside from that, pretty good. I will say this might not be for me, because I don't know, it just, for me, it tastes a little awkward. The flavors combined taste a little bit awkward. But if you enjoy tea, if you enjoy cake, and you like the combination of two, you might enjoy this. But for me, not too much. But I would still recommend it. Still definitely try it. I don't know if you've ever tried a tea cake, but pretty good. Definitely enjoying that. All right, so the next thing we're gonna have is a chocolate tart, which so far is a tart with ganache sandwiched between tart dough and chocolate mousse, and chocolate shape and cocoa on top. All right, no idea what a chocolate shape means, but I guess we'll try it out. So let's remove this nice little packaging. I do love how they present the cakes, and they sort of keep them in a nice contained fashion. This cake looks really good. It looks really professional, though I am a little bit worried because, as you can see, there is a lot of cocoa powder on the top, and I'm worried that'll be a little bit too dry, a little bit too powdery, that I might just choke on it. So you can actually see the layers over there. We have the bottom layer, the middle layer, and then the top layer, which I believe is probably the chocolate mousse. But let's try it. Let's give it a nice little try. Definitely a little bit hard to cut through, but we got a nice little piece right there. Whoa. All right, so when it comes to the chocolate tart, it might just be me, but I think it's too much. I think it's way too much chocolate, and it's rich. The whipped cream is definitely very nice. It's very light and airy. I do like it. And then you get to the middle layer, which I believe is ganache. And then when you combine the chocolate whip with the chocolate flakes with the chocolate ganache and the chocolate everything, it gets a little bit too much, chocolate for me. It might just be me because I can only have chocolate when I feel like it, especially if it's white chocolate. I prefer white chocolate over these chocolates. And so if you're a chocolate fan, you might enjoy it. There's a lot of chocolate, a lot of different textures, and a lot of different flavors. Again, you get the chocolate flakes, you get the chocolate mousse, you get the chocolate ganache, and then you get the cake on the bottom. And it's sort of good in like a normal sense, like from a cake perspective. It does taste good, but because it has a lot of chocolate, it's just not for me. I do feel overwhelmed by the amount of chocolate, especially with that first bite. You just get a lot of chocolate, like punches you in the face, and I'm not a huge fan of that. So while this, again, for me, it isn't my favorite, and probably something I would not get. Maybe for you, you would enjoy it. Maybe you would enjoy this tart, but for me, I'm not that big of a chocolate fan. And so this thing, I do recommend it. It is good. I can see its potential, but because I'm not a huge chocolate fan, not for me. All right, so we saved the best for last, or what I hope is the best for last. So we have a marshmallow cream tart. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. And this is apparently a tart made by layering the merengue ganache on a fragrantly baked tart dough with graham and then layering marshmallow cream with a grilled texture. So you can see the various layers over here. You have the graham crackers down here. You have the middle ganache, and as well you have the marshmallow layer on top. Now the unfortunate part is I do hope that that isn't chocolate, because after eating that chocolate tart, again, I'm a little bit overwhelmed by the amount of chocolate, and so I hope that it isn't a chocolate ganache layer in the center, because after eating that much chocolate, I might not enjoy this because I've already had so much. But let's try it. Definitely looks really good. Look at that, chat. A little bit too bright on the camera, but let's see how it tastes. All right, so this, it's not okay. I was about to say it's not that bad, but there are a couple problems I do have with this. I do like the marshmallow, but the unfortunate part is when you have graham crackers, you have the ganache in the center, as well as you have marshmallow, it's very dry. Like, I don't think I had this problem with the other cakes. They weren't that dry. For some reason, this combination is extra dry, and it makes me really need to drink some water. So I guess if you're eating this with milk or maybe water or just something to refresh your mouth, it might be a little bit more tolerable, but I don't know why. Every single munch I have, my mouth just feels a little drier, and then I don't want it anymore. And so this is kind of unfortunate in the sense where, why is this so dry? I wanted to enjoy it, but I guess because it's so dry, I can't. Let's have another bite just to confirm. So the reason it's dry is because of the graham crackers at the bottom. At the graham layer, the moment I put it in my mouth, the moment I start biting it, the graham layer starts dissociating and it starts basically covering my entire mouth in the graham. And so then it starts dehydrating my mouth. And so then I can't enjoy the rest of the cake because I'm so focused on the dryness of the graham. And so this definitely needs something. It's a marshmallow cream tart, right? Where's the cream? Like, if it had some cream on there, it would have been good, but all we get is this marshmallow layer, which doesn't really add any moisture. We have the ganache layer, which definitely a little thick and rich and definitely probably takes away from moisture. Then we have the graham cracker on the bottom, which again is, I think, the biggest problem here. If they had maybe some kind of fruit, maybe some strawberry syrup, any kind of syrup, it would probably save this. But unfortunately, this one, out of the three cakes, definitely don't like it, even though I wanted to enjoy the marshmallow layer. So let's quickly go through the cakes again. So we got the tea chiffon cake. Now this cake was all right, very unique, interesting tea taste that I've never tried before in a cake, and so maybe it's more geared towards, I don't know, the British or something like that, as they, you know, God save the queen of teas and crumpets, all that. Definitely a chiffon cake, not for me, but definitely could see its potential. Pretty good, but definitely something I would probably not have again. And then we got the chocolate tart. Not that bad. You get a lot of chocolate, so if you're a fan of chocolate, definitely gonna enjoy it. You got the nice little chocolate flakes, you got the chocolate mousse, you got the chocolate ganache. It's very good. Not as dry as the marshmallow cream tart, but it's good, a little bit dry, but make sure to have some sort of liquid to drink and enjoy and refresh yourself with it. And then lastly, we got the marshmallow cream tart. Now this one, again, unfortunately, the graham on the marshmallow cream tart definitely retracts from the flavor. You can't enjoy the flavor because your mouth is too dry. You're too busy thinking about, oh shit, my mouth is dry, I gotta drink something. So you can't really enjoy the marshmallow cream tart. And that's the unfortunate part about these cakes, is I'm surprised that I really didn't enjoy any of these cakes. Maybe it's because I'm more of like a fruity kind of guy. So if the cakes had any kind of fruit, maybe some strawberries, maybe some apples, I don't know, something to add freshness and moisture to the cakes, and I think I would have preferred them a little bit more. So if McDonald's comes out with some fruity cakes, I'm sure I would definitely enjoy them and love them. But these ones, a little bit too dry for my taste. The flavors aren't really what I would go for. But hey, if you like tea, if you like chocolate, and if you like marshmallows with a little bit of dryness, definitely check these out. These are 390 yen, which again, $4, a little bit pricey compared to a bunch of alternatives. Again, you could just go to a kombini and you could just buy a cake there. Like, not a full-on cake, but you could probably get a pretty sizable cake. I think at the supermarket, you can also get like a pretty decent sized cake for $4. And so going to McDonald's for these tiny little cakes, probably not worth it. But again, these are part of the McCafe line. So chances are, if you're there at McDonald's at the McCafe, you're probably getting a coffee, you're probably getting a tea, you're probably getting something that you can enjoy these cakes with. And so maybe because I'm not part of this demographic, I don't really drink a lot of coffee or teas, and I didn't have a coffee or tea with my cakes, I might not have enjoyed them as much. So it might be different for you guys. If you have a nice coffee, if you have a nice latte, I don't know what you guys drink, but pairing that with the cakes, it might help. But the good part about these cakes is not too sweet, so it won't really compound in terms of sweetness of your drink and the sweetness of the cake, so you should be able to enjoy it. But again, since I'm not part of the demographic, it might be why I'm not really enjoying these cakes. But anyways, that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to check out my Oreo video as I try some Oreo cakes, as well as a delicious Oreo frap, as well as we have a bunch of other McDonald's videos. Make sure to check those out. Remember, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give me a like, subscribe, leave a comment down below, as it helps me with the algorithm. And I thank you guys for taking the time for watching this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one, hopefully soon. Till next time, peace out.